All right, guys, what's going on? Here we are, another very exciting Freaktography abandoned factory adventure. Today, guys, we're going to go into this big, old, abandoned steel mill right behind me. It's huge. Lots of stuff going on. I will give you guys a couple of warnings, though, before we go inside. There's probably some homeless people living inside, and there's a very good chance that we might run into some scrappers while we're inside, because there's been a lot of homeless people living in here and a lot of scrappers taking out copper and other bits of valuable metal. They can do their thing, I'll do my thing. But now, guys, while I try to find my way in through all this mess, we're going to take my drone. We're going to throw my drone up in the air. We're going to fly around. I'll teach you guys a little bit of history, a little bit about this building, what it's been, why it closed, when it closed. Maybe I can find out what the future is of this building. Then I'll see you guys inside. Let's go. This now abandoned steel mill, used for cutting and shaping coiled steel into parts for the automotive and other industries, closed its operations in 2018 and moved all work to Ohio. The move affected about 45 unionized workers and 15 to 20 other staff when the announcement was made out of the blue. The manufacturing plant had been in operation for about 60 years, owned by one company for nearly 50 years before it was bought and managed by a different company for 10 years until its closure. The closure of this factory came at a terrible time for the steel industry, as another plant in the same city also shut down not long after, eliminating over 200 jobs. The property is in the middle of a potential sale with a major transit organization. All right, guys, we're inside. We're starting in the lunchroom in the cafeteria. So let's go. Headlamp on, extra light. All right, so lots of pop cans and debris and evidence of people having campfires in here. And then they've got, so somebody has decided to put all of these tables to try and block our way in, but they didn't do a very good job, guys. So let's go. All right, so this takes us into the locker room. There you go. So we're in the locker room now. Lots of leftover boots and helmets and uniforms and bits of clothes, safety gear. Pretty quiet in here. There's no power. It's very dark. All right, let's go, guys. All right, so we got a few different rooms before we go into the foundry and the mill. This is a bathroom here, guys. They have, I guess they kept files in the bathroom. That's a strange place to keep files. Okay. So I know there's nothing really much to see. There is something pretty cool in here, though. It's a huge lathe in here. And I can't even imagine how they got this in here, because this room is pretty small. This is a massive lathe right here. All right, so here's the door into the foundry. Probably turn my headlamp off for a while. Wow, so quiet in here. Yeah, let's go this way. So like I said, this was once a steel mill. It's so quiet. All right, guys, let's keep going. All right, so there's all kinds of stuff left behind. Got rollers. There's a control panel here. And there's more rollers here. And a huge crane. What's that say? 15 ton? 5 tons. 5-ton crane right there for lifting up the different rolls of steel. And you got more stuff here. I wish I knew what all this was. I got no idea, guys. Look at these rolls here. Holy crap, these are huge. Wow. All right, let's move on, guys. Look at these. This thing's a beast. Conveyor. Not leave bars on rolls while conveyor is running. This thing's a beast, whatever this is. And there's another one here. Light's good in here today. When I was here taking pictures, the light wasn't as good. It was pretty dark because it was raining and cloudy. Can you guys see the light rays coming through? I don't know if it's coming through on video, but there's rays of light coming through from the sun's on that side of the building, on the left side of the building, and there's rays coming through. All right, so we came from that side and we're gonna go over there after. We're gonna make our way this way to the very end first, and then we'll make our way back. So if you look, pretty much every door or window or possible entry is blocked with like these huge rolls of steel, or like piles of metal and piles of junk and stuff. There's so much equipment left behind. What's going on here? This is a really, really long machine, whatever's going on here. Wow. That's crazy. And then it keeps going. Look, I gotta go over here. And it keeps going here too. Wow. Got a little bit of maybe of a break area here. Got some lockers. And a vending machine. Get that coffee in you. Chicken soup. And coffee. Look at that. All kinds of rolled steel back here. See it all? We'll come back here in a bit, but look at it all. All this leftover rolled steel. Okay, guys, let's move on. Keep going to the end here. There's a big garage door way at the back there, so we're going to head to that. Got a cage back here. These things, is that like a magnet or something? Holy crap, these are huge. I wonder if those are magnets. It's a big comfy chair. Hey? Wow. Okay, let's go. Dark back here. Huge rolls of steel. Tow loader. See, I'll show you guys how they block the door. It's crazy. So there's your door, and they've rammed all kinds of little bits of metal in front of the window, and then they pushed all of this rolled steel up against it, and then they pushed this big wall up in front of it here, or maybe that wall was already there. But anyways, they've rammed all of this metal, rolled metal steel, rolled metal steel. Anyways, they've done that so that nobody can get in through the door. And all of the doors have that. All right, it's pretty dark back here, so I'll just make this one quick. There's more of these rolls of steel. And then, yeah, it's just dark back here. There's a huge crane that goes across the ceiling, 5-ton crane. You got your loading door there. All right, so let's head back. Okay, so back where we started, on this side here. Now we're gonna go over here. That's where we just came from. So now you got this spot here, and there's a crane here to lift and move metal. Back here, it's really cool, but it's so dark. So here's all that rolled steel that I showed you guys earlier. All bundled up. Nowhere to go. There's so much of it. But then here's where it gets cool. It's so dark, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. But here, back here, it's all the storage. It looks like a massive, like computer server room. But it's so dark that I can barely really show you. But it's huge. It goes all the way up. It's still got like rolls of steel way on the very top shelf. It's all storage racks. Here, let's go back and show you. Keeps going, goes up, all the way back. Here, there's more storage. See? It's heavy. This is crazy. All the way to the back. This door is not so secured though. I wonder if it opens. Probably not. No, they welded it. Like, they welded the door so you can't get it open. All right, so there's that. This here is for picking and pulling metal from storage off the racks. Office back here. I feel like these tow motors are pretty expensive and valuable. It's strange to me that they'd be just left behind. But I don't know a whole lot about a whole lot of things, so maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, so now we're going to move on to the other side here. There's all kinds of garbage here. Newspapers and bottles and cans. Then there's this thing here. Another big beastly machine. Hey, look at this. Wow. Wish I knew what the heck this stuff did. This thing's crazy. I want to know what this does. Here. Phone. Offices. Okay, guys, we're in the offices now. Not much to see back here. Okay, guys, back at it. There's the end of that big machine. I don't have much to say because I don't know much about what I'm looking at. We were already up here, weren't we? Yes, we were. Okay, there's another half of the building back here. All right, so there's a little bit of a rail system here, and it goes back through this door. And there's a car on the rails, but it's super dark back here, so I don't know how much we're going to be able to see because it's really dark. There's no windows back here. But this has been pretty cool here, this thing on the rails. All right, so let's hope the low light camera helps us out here because there's some really cool thing to see right here in the middle, but it's so dark that I don't think we can see it. I don't know if this is like a furnace or what this is, but it's massive. Absolutely huge. Look at this thing. It's a beast. Wheelabrator. What the heck's a wheelabrator, guys? All right, so if I was to make a guess, I would guess that this is like the main furnace where the metal comes from. This is like the main part of the steel mill. And guys, I don't know nothing about nothing, okay? But my guess is that this is where the metal rods are made and formed, and that they're spit out through here onto this conveyor system here that then spits it out into the foundry. This is my best guess, guys, okay? It's very slippery on the floor. But yeah, that's my guess. This is like the furnace where molten steel is melted and formed into a rod, which then gets on the conveyor system here and pumps itself through the conveyor to go through into the foundry to be processed in here. I might be completely wrong, but I don't think I am, guys. I think I'm right. I think it all starts in there. And the hot steel comes through here. And that's it, guys. That's all I got figured out so far. All right, we got one more section to check out. So here we're going back into that back room where we just were. The water fountain here. And this is where we just were. So this is the big furnace straight ahead that you can't see because it's too dark. But if you go back here, there's some pretty good light back here. Hot bars bend. Bent bars are a hazard. This is on a rail system right here. This thing right here. Yeah, so this is for hot steel. And it's on a rail. So this is more storage. These are pretty cool. Wow. Wow. Wow, this is really cool right here. Wow. Okay, guys, we're almost done. There's a couple cool pieces of graffiti back here that I thought we'd go check out. Must have been so hot in here and loud. This place is just crazy. All right, guys, that's a wrap. That's been the big abandoned steel mill. Speaking of, we didn't run into any scrappers or any homeless people, which I thought we were going to for sure. So that's always good. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys have liked this one. I know you don't always enjoy the industrial stuff. I really enjoy doing it. So I hope you guys have watched this one and stuck around with me. Thanks a lot, guys. That's it. You guys know what to do. Drop a comment down below. Hit the like button. Share the video if you know somebody who might like this. And if you're here for the first time, hit that subscribe button. Thanks a lot, guys. Gotta go. See you next time. Peace.